Rishi Sunak blew £50 taxpayers' cash on a custom stopped stamp for gimmicky pre-election video. We're going to read into this exclusive from The Independent, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an exclusive from The Independent with the headline, now Rishi Sunak blew £50 taxpayers' cash on a custom stopped stamp for gimmicky pre-election video. The exclusive reveals that the Prime Minister sent a Downing Street staffer on the hunt in London for an ink stamp in the shape of the word stopped, before slapping it on examples of visa applications he was borrowing from Britain. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. You what? You blew £50 a taxpayer cash. Now you might think, £50 is not a big deal. Why was he paying out of taxpayer money for a pre-election video that would benefit him out of our expense? That raises questions for me. And sending an aide to do something like this, it boggles my mind. Now, again, the word there, pre-election video. So I'm assuming, as we were about to read into this, this was before, obviously, the general election was announced. Was it on the same day that he called it? Because there were the rumours and innuendo. Does raise some questions, doesn't it? But then again, there's been enough questions raised about Rishi Sunak's stupidity, a bit about his arrogance, and the fact that, he was a green card holder for the US. I mean, there's a lot of things to say about Rishi Sunak that we're kind of like, how many more of these things do we need to put up with Rishi? I know. So let's actually read into this and try to get a better understanding of this, you guys. So Rishi Sunak blew £50 of taxpayers' cash on a custom stamp to film a gimmicky pre-election video boasting about his crackdown on student visas, The Independent can reveal. So the Prime Minister sent a Downing Street staffer on the hunt in London for an ink stamp in the shape of the word stopped, before slapping it on examples of visa applicants he was borrowing from Britain. Just 7 days before he called the general election, in a rainy announcement in front of Downing Street, Mr. Sunak posted the X video claiming to have taken action to reduce migration. Ah, yes. I remember this video. So if you remember, obviously, yes. This was the video where he was just saying that he stopped everything here. So he sent an aide out to get this out. Was that even... I've got the feeling that someone was pushing it along to him himself there. And that probably wasn't even him anyway. But yeah, just to try and say, we're clamping down, we're stopping migration, even though we're going up this year. Alongside the video, he said student-dependent applicants are now down by 80%. The PM video saw him being handed papers labelled foreign masters students, bringing family members, overseas care workers, bringing family dependents and immigrants, undercutting British workers. He firmly stamped stopped on each of them using the custom stamp, which may never be used again. The Freedom of Information request by The Independent revealed that the cost of the stamp, which officially stressed was purchased locally to Downing Street, was £47.50. The Liberal Democrats accused the Prime Minister of wasting £50 of taxpayer money on a stamp to boast about stopping students coming to Britain. So you're probably thinking, Regan, this is just £50. It's nothing compared to some of the other money that they're wasted. And yes, you're absolutely right, guys. You're absolutely right. It's about the principles here. Okay, for me. Okay, it's about the principles, yeah? He sent an aide out to buy a stopped stamp to promote what the government is doing, rather than using taxpayer money for something meaningful. What are they going to use? Sorry, if someone wants to explain to me how that stamp benefits outside, please explain to me in the comment section what you use that stamp for. A stamp like that. Please explain it to me. I mean, unless you're working in it, I guess if you're working in the Home Office, maybe. immigration centre, border force, maybe, but probably along those lines somewhere where you would use something like that. I don't know. It does feel a little bit weird that taxpayer money being spent towards it, though. It does that does resonate with me, though. On that. A Lib Dem Treasury spokesperson, Sarah Onley, said, a custom-stopped stamp using public funds is just the latest in a long list of gimmicks from this Prime Minister. And a senior Labour source has said it is hysterical for Sunak to lecture about the economy whilst using taxpayers' cash to fund his latest gimmick. He's the one that said public are better at spending money than the government is. I guess in this one case he was absolutely right. Prime Minister told voters on Tuesday that you will always be better at spending your own money than the government is. And there's the tweet confirming it. And there he was spending our money on a stamp that wasn't really necessary. The video at the heart of the controversy was to boast about Mr. Sunak's ban on overseas students bringing family members to the UK. With net migration into Britain at record levels and the government under pressure from right-wing Tories to drastically reduce their numbers, the Home Secretary James Cleverly said international students starting courses in Britain will no longer be able to obtain visas from their... Damn it. Sorry, that was the Independent playing around with the ads, sorry. Will no longer be able to obtain visas for their spouses or relatives unless they are on a postgraduate research programme or on a government-sponsored course. The government claimed the ban, which affects all overseas students, except those on postgraduate courses and certain scholarships, will slash migrants by the tens of thousands. So they say. So they say there. Yeah. So why is this such a big deal? Why is this even worth covering? So this was before the election was announced, and this was something they wanted to get. If they generally wanted it, why couldn't, the first thing that comes to my mind is, like, if you really wanted something like that, why couldn't you guys pay for it yourself? You guys have got more than enough money. Why did taxpayers have to waste money for something like that? So the thing is about the principle for me. Like yes, £50 is not a lot compared to what some of the other money that the government has wasted. Don't get me wrong. I'm fully aware of some of the other costs, like Michelle Monet, the money that she's raided off with, the £37 billion of PPE scandal, the test and trace system, the PPE scandal, of course. Yeah, lots of taxpayer money going into their friends and cronies. I'm fully aware of all that. But this is still something that is a scandal in itself, because we're wasting taxpayer money on something that promotes the government. That promotes something that really should not be at the expense of us, the taxpayer. So that's where the core beef that I have with this. It's really annoying, to say the least, guys. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm over-exaggerating? Do you think this £50 is maybe not as bad as some of the other things? Does it infuriate you, knowing that a stopped stamp was allegedly paid for by taxpayer money? Let me know your thoughts and more in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Share this across social media so others are notified of this video. And subscribe, because it does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. Or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.